What's up, chat? We're here, baby. Live for the NACT. You know what it be. Oh no. Oh no. Now I gotta go kill him. I'll be right back. Do we have to restart the whole lobby? Or can I just kick them all? So I have to kick EXP in order to invite Jungle back, essentially. Alright, I'll check on him. I'll be right back. What's up, chat? What's up? Sorry, I'm currently taking care of the players here. We got like a specific way I gotta invite everybody and stuff now. What's up, chat? What's up? What's up? What's up? That's all good. It's all good. We're learning. It's new. Oh shit, Liz is back.
Through day one of the NACT Spring 2024. Get ready for a banger day ahead as we witness the
banger
first
day
showdown between BTK
banger
and
banger. Oh, okay, now so I can invite you now.
DA. Can BTK continue their momentum from last week? Let's
There's
find
ISO.
out. I'm your host Liz. Join with me today are the fire duo, Private Dancers, and Yue. How are you guys doing
they're
today?
Getting ready to start here soon.
It is Easter weekend. I am primed and ready for some
what up, meow?
Unbridled NACT.
What up, what up, what up?
Yeah, and same with me. There's so many exciting matches coming through and all these teams are coming out. The standings have been looking quite great. How are you doing, Liz?
I'm doing great. So let's get the show started. Let's start with looking at the tournament format once again. We are here in week 3 and we're here with 8 of NA's top rosters. The regular season has already been halfway through.
You're actually, did you add me?
Faced off every other team in a single round robin and best of 3 series, earning points for each victory.
I'm gonna invite you, Guapo, or just
the playoffs start in April 13th with a double
invite him when he
series.
gets
And
available.
all of 8 teams from the regular season will make it to a playoff and secure a playoff spot. However, their bracket
boy said we banging.
Regular season placement, and only 2 teams ultimately will advance to the
shout out. What up, Breck?
In Las Vegas.
What up, Triv? And Mole, what's up?
Not gonna lie, it is pretty exciting, especially with the changes to the best of 3 from last season when it was just a best of 2. We have like some finality.
That boy said I invoked the 5th Amendment right.
Winner and not just a tie, and especially a lot of
goddamn
these matches,
Hillary,
especially from last weekend, that went to a best of 3.
Yeah, and honestly, everyone has to kind of keep track of the points because not
they're in
a
game
actually matter, but the points matter much more. And I'm not sure, but
yeah, they went into like a classic, I think.
Yes,
I don't know. We're hunting them down and
at the current standings to better understand how the victories are transitioned into the points. And Private, can you take us through our current standings?
Well, right at the top of the mountain, we have no surprise there. It's Gaimin Gladiators with 10 points, rounding up a second tie for second, third, and well, actually a tie for second right now is FIENDS, BloodThirstyKings, and Devious Activity. And then coming up as well, Area 77 and the Night Horde tied with 7 points. And I mean, somebody has to be at the end. And right now it's a LEGACi and the BloodHounds with 0 points.
Yeah, and again, like Fiends having 8 points along with BTK and Devious, which they've won three out of their 4 matches. It really tells that the points actually means quite a lot here, and I think that's what's interesting about it right now.
Absolutely. And not only do the points matter in terms of their standings and playoff spots, they also matter in terms of their rewards at the end. The prize pool, once again, this season comes with $25,600 in diamonds, and the top first team will be clinching home a 10,000 cash prize. Now, on top of that, they get 100 USD bonus for each win. And this season, we also have a grand finals MVP, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, especially when we get to the grand finals and we are able to award that MVP. So many special and highlight players that we've been seeing this weekend. It's anybody's guess.
Yeah, and you know, we could rent a nice car, drive up to Vegas, hang out with the pro players there. Like, it's going to be a great trip.
Is going to be a great trip indeed, and today is going to be a fire day ahead, so let's take a look at the schedule. And
all right, chat, we're back.
So on the top,
I can check.
Oh, private, let's take it through.
Starting up at
I see the poll.
Our night, we're gonna have Area 77 taking on Fiends. I know both of these teams have built up a surprise fan following. That's gonna be followed up by the BloodHounds taking on Gaimin.
Is it maybe because you're
the first half
on the MLBB account,
LEGACi,
not your own?
taking on the Night Horde, and then rounding out the night, it's gonna be the BloodThirstyKings taking on Devious.
He's just blind.
You know, I think most of the players out there, they're all kind of looking at that last match, BTK versus Devious activity. You know, that's
Ashy way to drop his hair care routine.
I think that rounds out our night pretty well.
What is you way going for, man? That boy's trying to get his hair back.
BTK and their Fallout brothers. Can BTK secure that momentum from last week, or can DA make a comeback and prove themselves against Mobazane? That's all going to be very exciting.
Let's go, chat.
I personally think every series tonight.
Yo, chat, look at this. Look at this. Look what I just copped.
Well. 877 versus Fiends. Now, how do you guys feel about
that? You guys see that?
Well, Area 77 is
kind
of,
well,
both of these teams,
too bright.
I can just say Area 77. Both of these teams have kind of come with a huge following. Area 77 does have a little bit more history when it comes to the team name kind of staying together, while the Fiends, I believe, are a mix-up of 2 different teams from North America, but both of these teams have come on very surprising and very strong, with Area 77 being able to get a victory off of BTK, a very surprise victory off during the first week of the NACT.
Yeah, and I think both these teams are quite.
It's heavy as hell.
It's gonna be, you know, up to whoever wins this match to get that 3rd or the 5th place.
You can't see it because it's so damn shiny.
You know, these 2 teams have done quite well. Fiends have been able to get a few upsets.
Liddy
honestly has a very strong performance even after the loss against BTK, so I'm excited.
Yeah, let's head straight into the rosters for these 2 teams. Now, first up, as expected, we have another roster adjustment. I feel like A77 has had a roster change pretty much every week. So I guess we're swapping Mark Cutie in for Jules Cutie. Do you guys think that's going to affect their performance tonight?
This is one of those double-edged swords when it comes to this. They do have
you got the G keyboard.
Or they do have like the substitutes in there, but sometimes when it comes to Area 77, it might have a little bit of an effect on the synergy. As we take a look at the entire roster here, it's going to be ISO, J Cutie, Jules Cutie, Tarzan Cutie, and Yureshi Cutie for Area 77.
How much it costs? Like $260.
But with the new addition, Jules Cutie coming in for the season
heavy.
Mark QT.
Like
definitely excited.
It's like a brick.
A77
like this is all metal, and then it's got like RGBs right here.
Fiends.
I mean, what's going on?
Fucking Liddy.
Is ISO the only one everyone else seems to have a cutie in their name? But let's head into Fiends' draft.
Moontime's gonna be like, why are you showing other shit?
We have Chirubami, Magic, Kohari, Pro Destroy.
You can't share anime.
Like no roster change coming in from Fiends this weekend.
Yeah, and will that have a huge effect on the
I don't know.
game?
I don't know
We've seen
why
how much
GG and BTK
play
always get
into
the
these
second
matches.
and
Pro
fourth
Story, we've
match.
seen him
I've
be
noticed that.
completely lethal on that Fanny, on some of those assassins in the jungle, and Kahara.
I got a new mouse pad too. It's like a Naruto and Sasuke going at it. It's litty.
On that marksman role.
Litty.
Yeah, it's aggressive. I do think Fiends kind of have like a very
BRB?
good risk management, especially on
What's that?
Kohari's
Views?
side. You see him kind of dive in 1v5 in plenty of situations, but this time around they're playing against A77, a team known to you know, play kind of like the standard openings. They group up together.
I did leave the lobby, so I don't know if they leave, if they do, or what. If anything breaks,
like a very hard match for the very first series here.
That's up to the
I'm
observers
excited,
at this
so
point.
let's head into the casters predictions. I know that
I left it.
change,
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah,
me
yeah.
and Private voted for Area 77. That I
Yeah.
know for sure. And looking at from, we have a pretty even tie for the casters prediction. Only Steph Weezy and Yue actually voted for Fiends, but it
How's
seems like
how's
they're
the
on a
videos doing
great
so far
start.
of the players and their guides?
Well, I mean, I've become a fan favorite of Area 77. They've got a long-standing history since I first started casting here in North America, and it's great to see how strong and how well above that they've come. But I think a lot of people want to know more about like the Fiends guests and what the strengths
Just
are
keep
for
it up.
them. And I think the best person to talk about that is Yui.
What about G?
I definitely like
G, start the match. I was in the lobby, so the players are ready. Everybody's I think they're actually in a match right now. We'll find out. They should be starting here in a second.
They're still quite strong. They don't have the match results, but 8 points to tie against BTK and Devious activities definitely put them on the spotlight for our NACT.
For sure. I mean, this is going to be a critical and
so are
pivotal
mine.
match for Fiends because they lost against Devious activity in the first week. However, they did get a match from them. And this time, if they actually
asked
secure
that?
victory against Area 77, and then that's proving themselves to actually be on that top tier of the bracket. So very exciting match.
Let's go, chat. Share the stream. Invite your friends. Tell them where it's at.
Let's head into draft, guys.
Well, I'm excited. I know a lot of the viewers want to see us.
You guys ever you guys know what a Tamagotchi is?
Sometimes
Is that what it was called?
Some of these predictions, and when it comes to swapping players in and out, I feel like there's not enough respect.
Oh, not a Tamagotchi. That's the damn old ass keychain.
Kind of juggle things up. We saw a little bit.
What were those back in the day? There used to be like these.
We saw maybe
these like
a slip of a few
potted plants that were like figures,
falling down that ladder.
and you would put like grass seed on it, and then you would like water it, and then it would grow. Like it would grow. Like if you would have a hippopotamus and then fucking give it a mohawk or something. That's what I feel like Yue is right now. Chia Pets? Was it Chia Pets?
Extremely low, especially since he is one of the more multi-role players on the side of A77, but
it was Chia Pets.
Draft is already going. Two of the junglers get taken out.
Yue's a fucking Chia Pet.
And the response coming with Matilda.
Someone's watering his ass.
We do have the Matilda ban out there. I'm wondering if we're going to be focusing on a little bit
Chia Pets, bro.
From Fiends we already talked about.
I don't remember those ads.
I want to say, especially in the first week,
fucking dead.
He
said a Chia Pet's crazy, bro.
We do see them getting taken out, so pretty standard bans.
Yo, look.
Changes that you were hoping to see
when
it came to like the Barats and perhaps maybe a Roger play coming out, but that might come out a little later in the night.
Yeah, no, I definitely, I've seen quite a bit of the Roger gold lane, and I am a fan of those picks, so definitely looking to see if they get slotted in here. But with the Brats and the Fredrin on the table,
that's a Chia Pet if you guys haven't seen him.
The Navaria is traditionally good against a lot of these tankier utility junglers because they can't move as much, but now it seems like the assassin pool is open, right? The Nolan, the Joy,
Biden news on display.
Fiends love.
I think that's just MSN.
All of them are going to be open, so it's going to be a very aggressive draft coming in from the side of Fiends, and kind of want to see how A77.
I don't know why it just reminded me of that.
Ooh, Angela getting taken out there too as well. And you're right, we do have the assassins out there now. And then just recently, I want to say this week, we had a nerf to Ruby, to basically taking around 50% of her regen now. So I'm wondering if she's going to kind of continue her dominance when it comes to like the picking and banning
BTK
phase here, or if she might have been moved out. Maybe we're going to focus a little bit more on
let's
the
go chat, let's
or
go
some of the support roles here as we move on into this.
I'll turn my
draft
take on my
phase.
socks.
Yeah, I think since the R-Lot has been
Let me
taken
make
out,
the
that's
poll
kind of
real
the Ruby
fast.
flex that gets normally shoved up. You know, when people pick up the Ruby and there's no XP, there's no roam, it's a little bit hard to decide where that pick is going. The CC gets picked up by the side of Fiends. No Angela this time around, so she does not have the hard guard to be able to protect against a single
Area 7
damage pick that
FNS.
A77 decides to open up with.
Yeah, especially,
So the biggest thing about this new keyboard that I have is that you can't see, like there's no, like you don't know what key is what.
Looking for something on the side of Area 77 more bursty. You were talking about that single target.
Everybody
It's kind of
quiet
burst
except
down.
ISO.
You can get
True,
the
true.
background and pull them back into your lair. You're going to be able to get that, be able to take that
Ding,
player
what up,
down
bro?
and disengage or engage, depending on what the tactics allow.
But this kind of worries me for the side of Fiends, right? A77, it's kind of like a straight shoot strategy. You kind of
No Dez? Is he sitting in my voice chat? I don't know. Is Dez online? I don't know.
But for the side of Fiends,
I've been so busy today. I've been car shopping.
For that
Hola, what a pause.
Kaja is looking for that
Hola.
with the concealed play. It's almost guaranteed most of the time.
Hola.
And I think the Minotaur is going to be a very great response to be able to re-engage.
No
and
stream from
try to
Dez?
punish when
Are you busy
A77
today?
tries to go for a sneaky play like that.
Yeah, very interesting because too, I was considering the Minotaur.
Have you seen
the
Fried's
Tigreal
Oh My
as
Venus
well as the,
haircut? No, he got a
which
haircut.
could help
I've been
out
so
as well.
busy,
So
bro.
now you're gonna have. I'm gonna assume that the Faramis is gonna be into the mid lane.
I got Area 77 winning this one, chat.
In a surprising amount in the mid
My
lane.
Fiend's
And
been
now we're gonna
being
counter that
hot.
out with the Valentina on our side as well. I do like having the Faramis on the
BTK
side so
standings.
that
I
we
can
do
give you.
get
I can
blind
update
judgment.
you
Faramis is gonna
the
go
standings a
in
little bit
with
later.
realm. You've
I
got the
have
option
like
of
actual
the
updated
CC, so
standings
you can basically-
when
you're basically dating
the
out
teams
team. It's gonna
win.
be
So
which one can
I'll keep you guys
actually, I
updated
wanna
on like
say,
who's winning what.
engage better here.
Well, I could definitely tell you that the side of A77, that mid lane combination, especially when you go up against the Minotaur
Yo,
and the Fairness,
Dez had a 10-hour stream. He was trying to pull a me, dude. That 14-hour stream I did.
The strongest mid lane combination in the game right now. But the Minotaur and the
Sweeper
Fairness
2-1.
also provides kind of this side of
I'm thinking a
utility. The Fairness
2-1 to
has
be
a lot of
honest.
the passive abilities to,
I'm thinking a
regain some health.
2-1.
Minotaur also got
I'm
the
thinking a
second skill,
2-1 because
for the
Area
heal, so
77 sub
definitely
Jules
a lot
in,
of
but
sustain
Jules is still a
coming out
pretty
from both
damn
sides.
good
It's a good setup,
mage.
quite
So
honestly, here.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, and what's the biggest thing I always kind of pay attention to when I'm looking at some of these matches and the engagements is when that Nether Realm goes off. Especially if you're gonna have the Valentina taking that Nether Realm, it always seems like the first Nether Realm kind of sets your team at a disadvantage because you've already said we've already burned this out. Now you're kind of on the back foot, and you're giving the other team an opportunity to kind of delegate how long they want this.
I don't know what that
team or this
noise
fight to
was.
last. We're moving into the second banning phase. We have Natan
I gotta like plug my phone in, bro.
and Martis taking off the board for Area 77 and Export taking off for Fiends.
Yeah, I think it's a good mix of bans for the side of A77 to take out the Natan. I do think Harith could also be a solid
2-1
option,
Area 77.
especially since you have to soak and deal.
I think
with
2-1
the
Area
content coming
77.
through.
Let's see though.
Other
Let's
picks
take a look
that
at their
could be
like
viable.
draft.
Can go onto the backside. There's also
Was there an
early game
update that
damage.
happened?
You could go for a Brody or a Clint,
Did I see an update happen?
or a
But
Bruno.
it's still the
to kinda
same patch,
shove
right?
out
I don't think I've seen a
carry,
fucking
but
patch
side
update.
of A77 goes with a utility
You think
jungler.
2-0?
I think this fits Tarzan's
I
style
think
quite
Fiends
well,
is
especially
actually pretty
after the
decent,
French
though.
Rats being taken off the board.
Fiends is in
It
second
gives
place
a lot
right
of
now.
this CC to pair up with the Divine Judgment. Not only the
Fiends
single
is in
targets,
second
now
place,
he's
then
gonna have an
BTK,
AoE
Devious
destruction
activity, and
to
Area
really set up
77. So
ISO quite well for a majority of the team fights here.
$1 bazillion.
I agree with Harith. I'm actually looking for them to kind of probably pick that up here. Claude, while I like Claude, I feel like he would have been better into the Faramis here. He's still right now. I kind of feel like he's kind of squishy, especially with
Fiends have been like
if he can get into the back
Like
line,
a dark horse, bro.
Around there. We do have the Brody and the Dyroth pick up here.
I had to get
So it's gonna be very interesting
a
to
zero
gauge
sugar Red
for
Bull this time
Fiends.
around.
Dyroth, as we all know, is just that ability to burst into tanks, to lower down that armor.
It's my first Red
to be
Bull
able
of
to
the
get
week.
that kill very quickly, and it shines in the early game.
It definitely
Fiends
shines
picking up the
in kind of the
Dyroth jungle?
of, you know, getting the level 4 early, looking for an engagement, going aggressive, going for like a 2v2 situation on the XP or even the gold lane. It provides
Drink
a lot
more
of kill pressure
water.
for the side of Fiends to be able to
This
just
is
kind of
liquid
walk around
water.
any lane and to be able to get the disruption it's needed, and especially paired up with the early game kind of disruption, CC kill pressure of all the lanes, right? Fairness has the pool. Kohari has a
Yo, Area 77
into his
tanky.
ultimate. Also, the CC provides a lot of kill
Yo, you
pressure,
got
so Fiends actually has
a
very
Kaja
aggressive
and a
draft
Kai, a
response.
Grok?
Give me
What the
Grok, paired up
fuck?
with the Kai. That's a lot of frontline armor that Pro Destroy kind of has to go through in order to
Boy, mac and
pick up
cheese
killer
dropping
two
there.
for the game.
Sheesh. Up
and
top
that's
G,
gonna be
what up,
interesting
Cursed?
Here, you've got that.
What's up, brother?
That sizable front line. You've got a Kai with the heavy spin. You've got Grok with the wild char. That's going to be able to kind of burst through the lines there. It's going to take a very
hella tanks.
mechanically gifted hero to be able to kind
Tank
of burst
carry
through there.
too? Could you
We've seen how
imagine?
Fanny- We're going to see if maybe he can kind of make up the distance on this Dyroth as well.
Maybe that's why they went Dyroth, so they could have like some damn burst. Maybe they're gonna be able to counter him so well.
Create that distance, but I don't really
We did
I
we
see
did
that
something new here for the
Wild
NACT
charge.
chat.
Not much of a reaction time that you're gonna be able to use with Brody, but
There was a major update to the tournament lobbies, so we should be able to get like a side-by-side comparison of jungles.
Or
We'll
who's
see
gonna be the
here.
one that takes the heavy spin, right? It can't be magic every single time. And you already see a small lane clear for the side of A77, of course, with the Valentina and the Kaja. The sustain, the AoE burst, magic damage early on. Just be able to clear the lanes early, get the first rotation in for this game.
Yeah, I mean, both teams kind of a pretty standard opening.
Yo,
for them.
is
A little bit of, engagement at mid?
is it
but
actually
more or less,
generating
both teams
correctly,
just
Dave?
saying hello, kind of feeling the distance between each other. You see, Pro Destroy is going to be able to pick up that Lethal Wanderer. That's going to give them just a slight advantage when it comes to these the ganking power and at what time.
And you could definitely see the side of A77.
That's what I
they're
thought.
looking to go a little bit more aggressive onto the top side. Jay, Flicker.
Yeah, Flicker's out, but that's not going to save him from Pro Destroy already with a kill.
Yeah, because the Area 77 looks 100% correct.
Fiends with a great opening.
Like
from the
what it should
Fairness.
look like.
Just like kind of what I was saying, right? The Fairness has the kill pressure, the Dyroth, especially early on. Even with the Flicker on the
Maybe they
Conjure,
left and
has
joined.
a lot of kill pressure for bot.
Uneven heavy spins into the enemy tower. That's going to be 1-1 apiece here for Area 77 and Fiends.
A little bit uncharacteristic from the side of A77 though. Typically, a lot of the utility jungles like to save their ultimates for the objective. And
all right, chat.
Fiends
Kind of
on the side,
what I was saying before stuff went down. I was verifying it. It should like coming forward into the games. Oh shit! Oh, I got him! That was a nice pull. That was a nice pull.
Here comes another round for the save and a
Sheesh.
wall cutting off his escape. Uneven here trying to pick up the defense, but that's not going to be enough to save Pro Destroy. Jules Cutie in a little bit of a bad way. Another realm activated from him, and that I need to
get some more clips here.
Escape for him. That's going to be 1-2 in favor of Area 77, who picks up a turtle along the way.
Yeah,
All right, like I was saying though, now that's kind of over, you can
and the knockup on to the Dyroth, hits him with the stun, the retribution comes through, and
fuck
then
these casters
steals
for a moment. All right, let me explain something. So do you guys see how ISO's right here, and then JQD? So it's gold, roam, mage, jungle, and then EXP. That should be exactly the same on the enemy side. So for some reason, Fiends didn't join the tournament lobbies correctly. So the EXP and the gold got like swapped. But if the lobby actually operates correctly, it should be gold to gold, roam to roam, mid to mid, jungle to jungle, and then EXP to EXP. So you guys can easily compare. And we're trying to get that done here. For some reason, it didn't happen.
Yeah, and this is not a typical XP laner that we see, right? Grok used
All right, back to this.
good, especially since he got the buff.
Yeah, the positionings.
Turns into a little
So
bit of
like,
damage,
and it'd be
but
the
this time
same
around,
way
he's
when they view
continuing to
items
keep
and
Grok
everything.
on
So
the
you'll be able to
XP
see like
already
jungle to
having a lot
jungle.
of impact.
That way you can see like the
In
gold
the
difference
jungle
between the
position,
jungles
he's,
and the
you
item
know,
difference between the
annoying,
jungles.
the
It'd be
side of Fiends
every
trying to push
position you'll be able to
back
see versus
into
the other.
their own jungle here.
Yo, what
now,
up?
and the clearing speed
Archman.
right now with Reshi, he does
What's up,
leave
brother?
that lane alone, wanting Jules Cutie to go ahead and pick up those minions. We do have an engagement here.
Oh,
a nice little
God.
on the Magic, who gets popped up and taken down.
If Magic keeps getting picked off, this is going to be a problem. That's not what you want at a turtle fight. Kohari about to fall too?
As you see, Reshi well into the back line, giving Tarzan a
good pull, good pull.
amount of area to deal with this turtle. Is he going to be able to get it uncontested?
Easy retry.
And now they're turning their sights onto the rest of Fiends. Big heavy spin has Pro Destroy pinned against the wall.
They just don't have a lot of early game damage when they should. Oh my god, Area 77 just assaulting. Ooh, maybe a little bit of an overextend. Tarzan got clapped. Yo, no.
Honestly, A77 had a great fight there. They were able to get the objective, no problem. They even got the Nether Realm to pop before their own, but a little bit of an over engagement along with Magic not popping his ultimate in the first fight when he got picked off. He was able to use the flicker along with the Minoan's Fury, knocking up 3 member, punishing the fight coming out from A77. Now, Fiends still are down about a 1.4k gold lead, but I feel like with the kills here and there, along with kind of a reset in the lanes, I think they're able to potentially find.
I don't know if I can accurately, you know.
I mean, it was a nice little divine judgment there on the Pro Destroy. He might not be long for this world. Speedy Light Wheel chunking him down, and he's still able to find himself an escape. Magic there for the cover just in case.
Yeah, the shredding coming out from A77 is quite good. You know, Isa feels like he's already quite online here, paired with the Divine Judgment, pretty much almost one-shotting Pro Destroy in that jungle, but he was able to get out of that alive. The side of Fiends get the push on the bot side, so the first tower does go in the favor of the kids.
Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of focus here on the Magic. I mean, you see him out there. That's the big tank out from the side here. Pro Destroy locking on to Tarzan. Is the rest of Area 77 in position to help him out? Chirivami comes from the flank, and we're going to have no deaths here as both teams decide to reset on the map.
Yeah, I think, you know, both teams are looking to play a little bit slow, but Jay here.
Oh, Jay gets caught in the middle there, and this might be a wrap as he eats a
GG.
full ultimate from Kohari. Now we're continuing on at mid as you see the 4 members of Area 77 trying. Oh, you're rushing.
What happened to Mara? I think he was busy. I don't know, like I don't know, like all the back end side of things. I just know that they subbed him out.
Have the better one here. Area 77 looking for
I can bet you money that tanks will still be in the jungle after the next update.
Caught up there into the middle now. Is that going to be enough? Turtle looks like it has been reset. Tarzan pulled back, heavy spin to get himself out of harm's way. Look at the damage he's taking. This might be a wrap as he gets eaten up by Kohari.
Dude, they're fighting back and forth.
Was able to live the wild charge here.
But yeah, wild charge into another realm. Kahari almost got taken out there, but as Kahari doing Kahari things, able to find himself an escape and slip on through.
Yeah, it's a good plan coming out from A77. They did end up losing the turtle along with their jungler, but on the boss side, ISO is able to get a lot of real estate there, but the reinforcements are coming back.
Yeah, JQD does get pulled back a bit. He might not be long for this real big. Oh, nice little flicker there. Gets him out of that last pop-up from the Minoan's Fury. Is trying to look for an escape. Gets popped up and eaten up by Pro Destroy. Now minions crashing down at mid as the rest of Fiends looking to also get this purple buff. And just like that, things have flipped on their side for Area 77, who looks to be on their back foot.
Yeah, this is not really the A77 that I traditionally see. They love to group as a 5-man. You can see Urishi constantly coming from his XP lane to join the team fights on every objective. But this time around, ISO has decided to stay on the bot side. And without ISO, the Divine Judgment really does not do much besides a single target suppression. So A77 a little bit misjudging their fights here.
Oh, JQT does get pulled back, and he's gonna get greeted by a full ultimate from Kohari. Uneven in the front line there. Actually, looks to be taking a heap of damage. Is he gonna be able to get away?
Oh, the wall!
Heavy spin into the wall.
What a great play!
Area 77.
Yo, that was a great wombo combo.
Able to find an escape, and we are tied at
8 like 36
yeah, it's a good fight time
to 8
Just as I feel like
8
both teams are looking to kind of slow down.
40
Both sides are
43.
making some rotations and mistakes, right? It's a little bit of a risk for Fiends here.
Yeah, I know. Jules Cutie. I mean, I feel like
dude, I gotta get this keyboard out the way. I'm not fast enough.
You talked about it before. They usually like to rotate together in a big group, and I've been seeing them get caught a lot here in mid or in the jungle, which is really kind of setting off a few of these engagements.
Yeah, I think both teams are just kind of warming up, but the kill score is already 7-6. Fiends is able to come back in that category, and now the Lord is coming down. The wall comes through, but I think they're gonna try and go for this here.
Yeah, Tarzan in a great position. Heavy spin is out, and a big pop-up lands. Tarzan able to get the retreat onto the Lord. The other realm is out. Uneven finds a kill. Kahari finds another one onto Tarzan.
Jesus.
The rest of Area 77 trying to create some distance in the front. Uneven gets pulled back with the Divine Judgment. Is that going to be enough? That's going to be a kill for Jules Cutie. So
at least they were able to get the
10-7
Lord, but
in favor
damn.
of Fiends.
Yeah, Fiends was able
Is
to
that cursed
fight a
helmet?
great fight there. Unfortunately, the wild charge paired up with the heavy spin was just a little bit too much for Pro Destroy to kind of get into position, right? This is kind of what we talked about with the Dairoth. It doesn't really have that CC immune. Maybe Martis could have been a solid choice here, but Fiends have still proven that this Dairoth is dealing tons of damage. 2-1-8 is his score, and Kohari with a 5-0.
Are you just looking for like one type of highlight, or?
And A77 has not
what are we
found
thinking?
a way to shut down the Brave.
Yeah, and that's the big thing here is you're still able to get objectives, but after the objectives are over, you're in such a bad position that Fiends every single time is able to turn around the engagements to where now they have the
That's
lead
what I
10-7.
And honestly, I feel like both teams have been kind of back and forth in this game so far, and none of them are winning every single fight, right? It's like kind of like a 50-50 situation. It's either Divine Judgment gets the pull out early, Yorishi gets a good setup, or it could be Kohari.
I think this takes too much typing. I can't watch the game.
10-7 is the overall. We're heading into this mid to late game, and you can see the damage popping off for multiple members for the side of Fiends.
Oh,
Wow, and a big counter engagement.
sheesh! Yo, that damage! I think Fiends got this one, chat. The Brody damage paired with the Dairoth, this thing's gonna be a little crazy.
Him down, but are they going to be able to protect this mid lane?
No, they're definitely not going to be able to. The 5-man siege coming out from Fiends, looking to grab more real estate here. Yeah, the tower should be able to kind of defend this, and Fiends should look for a disengagement. But I just want to point out that Pro Destroy, he was able to hit his ultimate through Magic's setup over the wall, hitting two members, completely destroying and shredding the side of A77. A well done for the kids on the block, and a very good team fight for the side of Fiends.
And they're even at a point right now where they're not even worried about the Divine Judgment, because as soon as the Divine Judgment comes in, Magic comes in right away with that Minoan Fury. That gives Pro Destroy enough time to line up that Abyssal Strike to take out as many members as he wants. So, I mean, a great plan right now by Fiends, and maybe something that Area 77 needs to consider as the game moves forward.
But for the side of A77, they do have the Flicker available along with the Divine Judgment, compared to Magic, where his Flicker is still off a 40-second cooldown. The Lord is coming in 10 seconds. The side of Fiends are actually quite smart. They're not looking to group up just yet. They wanted to pressure out on the top side, and now with the Lord spawning, I'm not sure if Fiends is actually going to be able to take this 50-50, because quite honestly, you know, the heavy spin and the wild charge come out from the Grok, every single objective has still been inside of the aliens.
Well, we do know that they have vision on Grok and Cecilia and CC up at the top of the top lane here. So both teams kind of taking their time, hiding in their bushes. Tarzan,
you like that?
Bait out the Lord a bit, see what he can create from the sides of Fiends. Right now, it does look like he's being very patient, dragging out the Lord a little bit. Do have a little bit of a pop up that lands. Divine Judgment lands up at the top, uneven, gets hit with another Nether Realm that is out. Nether Realm comes out for the side of Area 77. Minoan Fury as well. Big wild charge from Yureshi into the back line allows ISO to find himself a kill as well. They get answered back when Uneven takes a kill onto Tarzan, and this might be bad. Jules Cutie finds one on the Pro Destroy. That is both retries down for Area 77 and Fiends.
A little bit of a miscommunication, a little bit of an overestimation from the side of Pro Destroy, looking to grab onto that carry, but I think ISO had the win available, but a fast Lord sneakily coming out from Fiends, and this was just pretty much based off of Kohari and Uneven's damage. They're able to kind of sneak one past.
Seemed like that was the easiest route to go.
The members advantage. So, you know, kudos to the side of Fiends. They're able to take up this Lord, and it's going to give them a great advantage, especially when you look at all the towers for the side of A77.
Sorry, Chad, I'm doing quite a bit here.
Yeah,
I'm like trying to capture highlights and shit for the NACT.
With that purple buff that Area 77 was trying to
Oliver dropping the 999
advantage.
Let's go.
Kahari 6-0-2 right now. An unstoppable.
Come on, boys. I need a new vehicle.
Taking 2 deaths and does
I gotta buy a new.
Come online. Right now, these fights have been all Kahari.
Yeah,
and I think one of the most important things for whoever is trying to win this fight is how do they engage and how does the re-engagement look, right? You talked about how
the
Fury
my other one's like my public work email.
Conceal play, the Minoan Fury is going to be
this is my like private
zone away the rest of the members here.
Oh, not in a good position. Magic, as we were talking about that, Magic out of position, not able to save his team member, but Churibami going to be right back up on the map with that passive for Ramis. So still signs of life coming from Area 77.
I think Fiends got this shit, man. Fiends are crazy good.
Is that worth it? Yes, I understand. Churro is a main.
Shit.
The Faramis is a very high priority target, especially when you look at the damage charts. You know, the Faramis is the only magic damage on the side of Fiends, and they have A77 have to worry about that, but the heavy spin quite early here.
Yeah, I think I want to say a little bit of frustration coming out from Tarzan from Pro Destroy, who was able to use his ultimate to snatch up the buff from him. So heavy spin came out. Want to say a little bit of anger there, but not able to make anything from that, unfortunately, for Area 77.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. A77, they definitely have to regather either their mental strength or their shot calling, because quite honestly, there's no damage besides what's coming out from ISO, right? Jules QT has a burst here and there. Grok, you know, you have a little bit of burst, but the main damage source is ISO. A77, they
if you want to go back, I still have to
set ISO up. They've done a great
I haven't been able to finish all of the days of day 3.
Job to stop the snowballing, because Pro Destroy, he's
shut down day 4.
The tank in the front,
I don't even know anymore.
He can put himself in a bad position. They have 2 immortalities, one on Uneven, one on Kohari. It's a very, very hard.
I think it's both days actually.
Here, and I do think A77 have what it takes, but the execution right now is just not it for them.
Well, it does come down to kind of, I want to say what it comes down to their compositions and how quickly they can execute that with the composition. Sure, you can land the Divine Judgment, but ISO, pretty much ISO and Jules, your only source of damage there. It's going to take them a little bit of time to be able to burst somebody down. If it's not Churobami, they might have even a little bit longer time. As we talk about that, JQT does get caught there. Oh, Minoan Fury with the flicker, not able to catch JQT, who's going to use that flicker, his own flicker, to catch himself a little bit of an escape.
The Paquito beard, Tarzan. The Paquito beard.
Big pop-up land, Churobami coming into the midst of this fray. This is a 2v4 right now as ISO comes from the flank, but you can see zoning out. Magic has locked eyes on the ISO. He's sitting here at the Lord, sitting at about 50.
Too many damn links.
Now, the Nether Realm is out for the side of Fiends, and now incoming Pro Destroy looking for a kill on the ISO, who is able to zone himself away. Heavy spin right now, does have Unevens in a bad way, who does find a kill on the Tarzan. ISO next on the docket. Immortality has been activated, but he is not long for this world. There are 3 down for Area 77 as Fiends very dominant with that last Lord engagement.
And there was no Minone's Fury in that fight. The side of Fiends, they kind of just like
Fucked up my
walk
camera.
these guys through. They're able to shred down pretty much multiple members, get the push going. Now Yurishi is soloed on the boss that he deals
up my
tons of
camera.
damage, but the mid is going to be open. I don't know if they're able to defend this. That's a 3-4 man unit there.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Yureshi's going to be able
snap.
to. You can see right now that Uneven's not going to let Yureshi teleport back. He's chasing him down. This is a wide open core. This could be Fiends all the way for one.
Woo! Fiends with the opening match of today. The caster votes, I believe, it was 4-2. And I'm the only one that's voting for Fiends, so I'm
MVP
super
Kohari.
happy here this time with the results. Fiends able to take the victory here, even going up against, you know, quite a well-rounded draft coming out from A77, but the snowballing was just a little bit too much, right? Pro Destroy on
The upset.
Dive-Off, shredding people left
You think
and right
Fiends
there.
are?
Kohari
You
with
think
early
Fiends gonna
game
take out
Brody.
BTK?
There's just
Chat?
kill pressure coming out from both sides, and you know, not to forget Chiro on the fair miss, the magic damage. The only source was so good there, and of course, you know, all the members of Fiends quite played well there.
Yeah, and it just felt like there were more boxes that Fiends checked when it came to the damage during these engagements, especially with that last engagement where they weren't even able to kind of stand the line. All you had to do was wait for Fiends to kind of charge the line. You have the Abyssal Strike coming out from Fiends, and then you have just the rest of the damage, especially from Kohari, who I want to say went about 8-0 here, which is amazing for especially taking on a team like Area 77.
Oh God.
And I also do want to point out, right, the Minotaur versus the Kaja matchup, we've seen this quite before. I definitely feel like with the buff of the Minnow has pushed a lot of the solo suppressions away, because the AoE counter sets
This is ridiculous.
proved like quite useful, especially going up against a single target suppression. And then when you take a look at the XP lane, right, Yurishi's impact was immense the first like 12 minutes of the game, but unfortunately when it came down to those last few moments, you saw Uneven able to push the Grok out during that Lord team fight. He was able to defend the lanes by himself, and quite honestly, you know, the front line, it just from the side of A77, they just could not get ISO in place to deal the damage that he has.
Yo, Jules, leave the lobby real fast. I'm gonna invite you.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head when it came to that Divine Judgment, especially when it comes to Kaja picks. I was talking about it earlier. You got the Minotaur, you've got other picks there that can set and
now you can come in.
Punish your own team once you get that Divine Judgment, because they're all looking at that one target that's coming in, and they're not watching that incoming is that Flicker, Minoan Fury. It's going to set your whole team. I feel like at the beginning they also had a lot more luck when it came to
Jules, why'd you leave?
the sets. Yureshi able to get some of the sets in the early game, which kind of put them on a back foot
instead
of
oh shit.
I want to say initiating
that didn't matter.
some of these fights
JJ and Guapo leave.
Yeah,
I gotta re-invite you guys.
With this win for the side of Fiends, they're able to go up to
There you
9
go.
points.
All right,
The
Jules,
first
again.
Team of the night to
Oh no, I lied. Hold on.
Point three-way tie.
Fucking A, this is difficult.
You know, now
Both of you guys leave real
Fiends
fast. I
should,
fucked up.
You know, lose the next 2 games, but even if they do end up losing the next 2 games, they will tie against A77
All right, Jay,
at both
you get in.
9 points each. So very, very strong victory for the sides of Fiends, especially since, you know, Private, we're past the halfway mark here.
Yeah, and this is kind of where I want to say both teams, we were talking about before about how some teams need a little bit of time to kind of get that synergy up to start rocking forward here, and Fiends are really kind of taking a full sweep here when it comes to
invite Yureshi for me.
How well their synergy is, how well they're able to engage, how their rotations are. Area 77, I want to say, kind of starting to lose a few steps here. I want to say here in the 3rd week.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted the items to kind of stay up a little bit longer. The side of Fiends picked up 3 immortalities.
They should be all good to go
to deal with the Divine Judgment. You know, there was that one moment where the Divine Judgment hit the CC, but the CC had not only the Cold Altar but the immortality, so he was not dying in that team fight.
He was the MVP.
Also, another, you know, high priority for the side of A77 does pick up the immortality. So, you know, they were able to kind of fend off the single target suppression. Now, there's even something a little bit more special. The Dairoth that was picked up from Pro Destroy built Antique, and he only went tank items. He had no damage item. I think it was Antique, Immortality, and something else. So when we saw that the Dairoth was actually shredding a lot, he was just being a very utility jungle that had a good matchup. He built tank, tried to soak up as much, and you know, Kohari and Shirobami here completely cleaning up every single one of those teams.
You won the giveaway with CC's Retry?
Utility from a Dairoth who
What
can
up,
basically break
Inferno?
all of your
G
armor,
for genius.
which means that not just he's not
Good
the
game,
only one
good
doing more
game.
damage, but Kohari's the one who's going to be doing more damage as well. So I just want to I want to say like that such
MVP
a
for
great composition, a
Kohari.
great forethought
I had to get all the
when it
players
came to that
fucking ready, man. I
competition.
kept
Take a look at the
messing
other
shit
stats
up.
here. And even though Area 77, I want to say, had more
Kept messing
fights
shit up,
together,
chat.
see 90% team fight participation. Just I want to say still getting singled
It
out
did,
by
yeah.
Fiends here.
Yeah, and I also want to point out that uneven, like they were able to set up Pro Destroy.
There's too many
as
damn
kind of the
tabs
front
in
line
this-
along with the magic as
this
you look at the damage
worksheet.
taken, to
I'm so
provide
lost.
Even the opportunity to build that War Axe early without getting punished in the XP, still being extremely tanking, paired up with the Vengeance. You know, the side of Fiends, they just built this well-rounded comp where they
got like
have the
18
front
Vault
line
Ninjas
available. They have
open.
two source of
A damn phone in
high
front of
damage,
me.
one in the magic, one in the physical side, and it's, you know, high damage throughout the game. It doesn't take time to scale. We're not talking about the Claude or the carry. It's
Nice.
an early game Brody, and when Brody gets the lead, you know, he's able to kind of just dominate a lot of the team fights, get the torn apart memory, have that AoE damage, and especially again he paired it up with the DHS. That's even more shredding for the front line that A77 has to deal with the tanky lineup that they had.
Yeah, and a great counter intuitive when it comes to dealing with a carry who does take time. She's still going to be wanting to get those early tanky items, and then even when she is,
All right, I'm done editing. Maybe I can actually capture times.
I want to say like 4 hits before the passive actually takes effect and does that huge burst of true damage. So you still have a bit of time that you have to build up and start getting things rolling really fast, and then finally you're starting to deal a lot of damage. And you can't do that when you're so far behind, especially with Kohari taking off right at the beginning.
Giveaway winners will be announced tomorrow.
I want to say the points
I'll announce them tomorrow at the end of the NACT.
Yeah, I think the side of A77 for them to try to find
Sorry,
a
I'm
good
like,
strategy here, right?
There's
I
so
think the
much
draft was
stuff
set up
going on right
quite
now.
well. It was just unfortunate.
I'm
that
trying
they
to
had
capture
so
like
many
highlights and
things
shit
that
so
they
the
could
NACT
pile
can like
on
make
to
videos
Raja, especially
and
when he's looking to get that set.
trying
We
to
saw some
take care of the
cool bits, right? The
players
conceal
and
flicker, you know, grabbing up the fair miss, but then again the fair miss just
trying to do all that
spawned
shit.
right after. That's kind of when like I started questioning, hey, is that actually the right idea? Maybe we gotta go for the Dairoth to get the objective. Maybe we gotta go for Kohari, pop the immortality, get him on his back foot, right? So side of A77, they kind of have to go back to the drawing board, try to see if they could find a way to counter the aggressive style that Fiends have, because quite honestly, this team is one of the underdogs.
You say
of the
Yue
season,
looking
and
like
we
a
have seen them play
kiwi?
against the top teams, but their performance.
Hey,
and
I'm
their way
trying,
of
chat. I'm
dominating
trying. There's
and
like a.
taking
I'm trying to like
advantage
answer
against
questions
the
and see you guys in the
top
chat.
contenders is proving them to
Sorry
be
if I'm not
worthy
answering a lot of the
that
questions in the
contending
chat,
spot this
man. Much love for the dono earlier,
great
Oliver.
amounts
Much
of,
love, much
yes
love.
boxes checked for the side of Fiends there, and even if they did find that,
We gotta like we gotta like invite people in a certain way and shit too.
He did build a bunch of tank items on there, so it would have taken him a little bit of time to kind of burst him down. And meanwhile, you're gonna have them and No and Fury coming in online. It just overall, it's a very fascinating and I want to say a great.
Hey Dave, it's I think it's discrimination, man. Sherry's got all of the winning teams this time around.
Better one by the
I'm over here.
a better game plan.
What's going on?
That Area 77 is gonna have to think about here during the next draft.
I don't know.
I also want to say that Jules on the Valentina, especially when they turned the early game fight, I thought that was great. It was an
Hey, Fiends are doing
overextension, but then
insane.
They ended up getting punished for it, right? They popped the cold altar. They chose to dive.
Man, they're
onto
doing
the top
decent.
side,
They're doing
past their
decent.
river, and then ends up getting like 1 or 2 kills traded, right? I feel like they definitely had the lead. I
Devious
definitely wanted to see
activity is
Jules
good.
stand out a little bit more. I wasn't able to kind of see the impact of the cold altar winning a team fight for the side of A77.
Discrimination
is going to be one of the key focus.
It's 'cause I'm white, huh?
Kind of find the victory
No.
in this next match.
I'm joking.
Well, we are going to start with Area 77 on the left. They're going to have first pick here.
I had to be partnered with the one white guy, huh?
Some things when we come to the draft priority here.
Well, two white guys, I guess,
It's a
technically.
very standard opening, going up against the Fiends, who have, you know, upsetted teams with the AFL, especially since they have great Joy players. They have great CC players, which both paired up with the hard guard is quite crazy. So it's a very standard opening for side of A77. They take out the fair miss with Chirobami. I do believe it's either top 1 or 2 in damage dealt with that hero on the last game. So great target bans coming out from the side of A77, but still a lot available for both teams to play around.
Jesus.
For me, even outside of the draft,
Being outnumbered here.
It's coming to a point.
We gotta rise up, Kyle.
When you're facing Fiends, there needs to be some type of focus or plan made for Kahari. Honestly,
All right, Chad, let's see what's going on here. Area 77 banning around the same comp, I want to think, as last time. We got the Angela, the Fair Miss, the Matilda.
Make sure that we're keeping pressure on him, because I mean,
Gamble smarter, not harder.
Even if he's back, or if he's alone, or if he's down, like I want to say 2K gold, he's still gonna have that same aggression. So I mean, it's something that you need to kind of work towards. There needs to be an answer for it, basically.
And for the side of Fiends, though, I do want to point out that Kohari has been playing quite consistently on the 4 marksmen, right? Brody, Bruno, Claude, and Carry. Now, in these days of meta, especially when
why is the BTK game always last? I don't know. It seems like GG and them are always kind of like last.
You know, we've seen the Joy come out, we've seen the Nolan come out.
Could just be like the player time availability.
Damage dealer. I kind of want to see Kohari to see if he's willing to go for more
Area 77 could just be more of an earlier team. You also got to think about that, like Area 77 is like what, West Coast, BTK's East Coast. So
he took the fair miss on the last one.
like if Area 77 was like later in the night, like it would be like super late for them. Or super early? I don't know. One of the fucking two.
A small TED talk showing how ISO how to deal with this hero.
What the fuck's time? Who knows?
I want to say, especially
what happened to the Flex Twins?
Both of these characters
I can't.
start coming, they come online.
I don't know how to fix the giveaway. I think so many people have given Flex Twins away that they broke it.
3 items, carries. She's gonna start off with those.
Maybe you can only give like
endless battle.
Maybe you can maybe try smaller amounts.
Start kind of dealing just a little bit more damage, becomes a bigger sense in some of these team fights. So I want to say both of them kind of come online at the same time. It's gonna see if there's any kind of change here between Area 77 and Fiends, if there's gonna be some type of focus onto this marksman lane here. We're still waiting for JQT for that final pick up there, and we're gonna go ahead.
Good old cooldowns.
Vexana.
Now Fiends have a couple
Flex Twins always are broken.
Deal with Yurishi, give Uneven.
You guys always break them,
right? Uneven has been so proficient on this CC that definitely know that he has the export to kind of deal with the damage. I'm not sure if that's going to be the route that he decides to choose there. Now, Kohari, I just want to mention.
I kind of want to know why Area 77 went all tanks, bro.
But he is that person that takes the weakness finder and goes into the corrosion, the golden staff. I do think it fits with his style, and there's a potential that he might be going onto that route. Now, Magic coming out with this minnow is huge.
Oh God.
Explain.
More
ISO
tabs
coming in with you know, the blazing duet gets set up by the knockup. It's an anti-engage. There's no way that ISO can get nice without facing the Minon's Fury. And
that's
not
perfect.
Only is the Minon's Fury available, he also has the first skill, and it gets reset after the ultimate. He has to dodge 3 bullets in order to get a clean blazing duet.
That's nice. That's nice.
It's a well draft coming out from the Fiends right now.
Basically going to be looking for that Neo side of ISO there if he's going to be successful here. And I agree, especially with the Minoan's Fury there. And then such a wide berth from the Minoan's Fury for you to be able to kind of find yourself an area to get there into the back line.
Yeah, so I'm hardly here.
How Area 77 deal with it. Starting off the next phase of bans, you see the respect paid to the Fanny and Boxia, focusing on the jungles of Pro Destroy here.
Pro Destroy, he has the option for the Joy.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, you want me to come up with a title while watching the game at the same time and marking down highlights?
In the jungle.
Yeah.
Look at last game, right?
You know I'm white, not Asian, right?
Quite honestly,
Like I can't do 18
this
things.
time around, he decides to go for a utility focus.
Like that just doesn't work.
He was living half of those fights. Now this time around, I'm expecting another utility focused jungler here. The LEGACi is also available if they decide to take that up the box, which also is quite good. But no, I'm gonna eat my words. I'm gonna go for the risk. The joy comes out.
Dave's over here like, how about you write down a highlight time? How do you fucking? I don't even know. I've already lost what I was supposed to fucking do. You said like 7 things at once, and I'm like, how am I supposed to like watch the stream, fucking write the highlight, write the start time, the ending time, come up with a title for the highlight? Rip the Asians. Hey, if you're Asian, you're just smart as fuck. You're faster than me. I can't do that shit. I got Red Bull.
This time the response, right? I like the joy going against the Valentina. Valentina got the buff, and the
It's alright. I like Asians.
It's not in the gold lane. You know, before the match, I was predicting.
I'm being slaved away. I know.
Gold lane Roger. We're talking about Zia and basic, but Tarzan's gonna be the one that picks up the newly buffed Roger. I do believe. Got increased damage on the marksman side, the range abilities. The wolf form got.
They're taking these live highlights and like putting them in the show.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a little bit of PTSD from seeing this Kaja out there, because I mean, you're gonna get the divine judgment, you're gonna pull in a member, but then you're going to have to deal with magic again, and I'm wondering what the plan is there for that as well. The burst damage, we do have, I want to say, better burst damage on the side of Area 77, especially when it comes to the Vexana, the amount that she could put out with the ultimate.
Oh God!
That fear that
can you not come into my tab?
So
Thank you.
Say it might be a little. If at first don't succeed, try again right now for Area 77.
I'm being invaded.
Well, you know, I'm gonna talk more about how I think about the Kaja pairing against Fiends, but just wanted to let you guys know there is a switch, right? The joy, instead of going into the jungle, it's in the XP lane. But Private, take us in.
Yeah, this is gonna be Area 77.
All right, chat.
Gonna see if they
I need you guys, chat. I need you guys to help me out. I'm gonna put you guys to work and help me, right? If you guys see any great ass highlights,
and it's also so
any great highlights in the game, type the in-game time, the start and the finish, and then give me a title.
He's building tank, so when the divine judgment hits, it's hitting onto a tanky member. So
and if it's a good highlight, we will have the NACT team edit it and put it in into like an actual highlight. I don't know. I'm just trying to fucking get some help here.
To go up against the Claude,
blink
against the Roger, who deals a lot of the range damage. Now the divine.
Let me eat dinner tonight. Hey, I'll feed you dinner tonight.
The Gwen, and you know,
you do this shit for me. So I'll spoon feed you.
From the side of Fiends,
give you a good old spoon.
The whole entire matchup. But on the other hand, it seems like A77.
Will you give us a free shout out? Yes.
All of the lane areas here. Right, Claude getting a good matchup. CC on the bot side pushing out.
Yo, that skin is epic.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of engagement down at the bottom as
thank God.
Uneven, very low, and you're rushing gonna find the last shots there. That's gonna be all she wrote for uneven.
We need a couple titles. So everybody in the chat, if you guys are watching the stream, keep an eye out for like engages that went wrong, one shots, outplays, team fights, and wombo combos. I gotta remember 5 different types. Ooh, Tarzan getting caught. Yo, does he make it out? No way.
For Area 77.
What?
Wait, Tarzan got out of that? I don't even know how.
Dude, that was epic.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, the Kaja here, Flicker, does.
Yo, the J got him!
But I just want to say the mechanics on that Guinevere.
Like a TikTok? No, I think they're. I don't really know what they're doing with these highlights.
Off and was able to get the knock up through an auto attack. So definitely very proficient with this Guinevere.
I don't remember the in-game times. I took a clip of myself though.
A77, the snowball that they have, especially with the Roger jungle. And I know, Private, you were the one that was asking for the Roger jungle here.
Yeah, I do miss the.
That was an outplay.
Uneven, gonna get taken down here by Tarzan.
That was definitely an outplay.
Of Roger to the meta, at least in NA. Oh, big divine judgment lands Alkahari in trouble.
What time was that?
Touches.
Yeah, so this is a lot more standard in terms of the opening coming out from A77, right? We're used to seeing these teams dominate early on, winning almost every single trade, especially when they're not going against, you know, the big two, BTK and Gaimin Gladiators. So very standard coming out from A77. But for the side of Fiends, once again, they do have a good comp, but you know,
OBS records.
And they have multiple magic damage dealers. The side of Area 7, they can build up a Rose Gold Meteor, a Radiant, an Athena Shield with some tough boots. It's going to be so hard for the side of Fiends to get the damage that they're looking for in order to win any of these fights.
What in the fuck is popping up on my PC?
Right now, especially.
Okay.
We're looking at the score right now, 5-0. A great change of pace from what we saw from last game. I know some people.
It's actually recording 1 minute now.
Falling off. They're definitely trying to change some minds with this game.
And then, you know, the excitement of the high mechanical
153.
junglers, right? The Roger does come through.
153.
I know you've been waiting for it. I kind of want to hear what your thoughts is on this Roger jungle.
153 to 213.
Another side.
It's already such a change of space, a change of pace that I need to see a replay of what happened with that first engagement where Tarzan, I thought he was pretty much just done with the Violet Requiem and went on with the casting and saw that Tarzan didn't in fact die, actually made it through and got his team a 2-0. Now we have an engagement there. Oh, and Turobami gets absolutely dusted by Area 77, bringing it to a 6-0 lead and following up with this next turtle. They are going to go ahead and zone out Pro Destroy and Magic. You see Reshi over there on the back side doing his job as Tarzan finds himself a free turtle.
Yeah, you know, not the best opening for the sides of Fiends for them to be able to wish for. They do opt to go for this early game trade onto the lanes, right? It seems like both teams are quite happily doing that. Kohari in the last game did go to the top side, and this time around it's going to be vice versa here.
Yeah, Blazing Duet out there. Magic comes just a little bit too late, but ISO has done his job, cleared the lane,
this is difficult, chat.
And catch a quick ride back to the base.
Now, I can't think of 5 different goddamn categories and watch the game at the same time.
Best matchup. It seems like a lot of the
I'm just trying to drink a beer.
Perfect pair to, you know, set up for the carry. It could be
a Red Bull, my bad.
Focusing a little bit more on utility jungles. It could mean XP needs to pull up with like a Terizla or something that sets well, but not many people are having a lot of success with this hero.
Oh, 4 members down here.
Oh, he suppressed him.
The Violet Requiem, is that going to be enough?
Yo, but Jay falls.
This might be the first time.
Yo.
Actually, no, this will be the second tower, so now we are even.
ISO in a bush?
Is going to use that BMI, gets himself back to safety.
He said,
I'm just slowly more impressed by the side of Fiends to
cheating.
be able to kind of get the punish, right? Even though I
think I need like 45-second clips sometimes.
They merge onto the top side, gets the siege. Merge in the mid side, gets the siege.
Oh god.
The side of Fiends, they're not exactly backing down, right? They
I don't know if that's healthy.
The side. They got the pick off that they were looking for, and they pushed the tower.
You guys think reverse sweep?
Yeah, this is a replay. We do see the Violet Requiem come in. Tarzan gets hit. Where did he go? Oh, and he used the. Wait, where did he go? He went back and forth.
Wait, where did he go?
Still able to get out of there. I can't believe that they weren't able to keep the lock onto him. A great play there, as we see from that replay.
Yeah, and the mobility coming out from the Roger jungle, right? The ultimate that's able to transform left and right, adding on to.
Oh, Jay with the flicker, suppression. He gets caught. Cherry bomb down. Okay, let's go. Pro Destroy. Now be impressed, Magic.
Even trying to dive in with.
Yo, Yoreshi with the double kill on the CC again.
From the first, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, I think the trade that the Fiends did on.
Yo, we gotta get Yoreshi to do a guide on his CC, bro.
They switched the Joy from the jungle position into the XP to, you know, pull up with the Guinevere as a utility is not exactly paying off.
He's
Right?
just so good. What can I say?
You can see the snowball coming out from Yurishi. 4-0 and 4 for this monster.
He just knows how to make plays.
Is not doing so well himself. So Fiend's kind of small pickle here.
What's the 50 set? Not need end game. What clip is it?
Try to take on this tower. Out comes the slow.
I need end game time, not stream time.
Here comes JQ and an eternal guardian to upset the Fiends as they thought they had a kill.
Like you see the time in the game where it says like 8 minutes. Like that time.
Now I do want to take a look at some of the items if they're willing to pull it up. I've seen Rogers kind of go for the belt and the endless battle, but I'm not sure if Tarzan. Okay, he goes for the corrosion DHS. This
I think Roger did get a buff.
Marksman here.
People just didn't want to use him.
Crazy that he's not like they're not able to get the shutdown using the violent requiem each time, and it's honestly due to the fact that the Rogers just so much.
Yo, the end game equipment and gold is actually working though.
800 versus the 4000.
It's going EXP to EXP, jungle to jungle, gold to gold.
Especially with some of the abilities there, the transformation from the Roger gives him kind of a
yeah. The API's pulling it correctly.
Ability to escape. Oh, it's gonna find a kill on the magic too. 2 for 1 for Tarzan there.
Oh, is it?
Slashing away here, and that is the value. It's been so long since we've seen the Roger in that jungle position. I've missed it.
Yeah, can we set the standard here for now that we're gonna just have damaged junglers? But
look at your Reshi. He's just a bully.
Pushed out.
It was at 140
right now. 10-1 area.
201 around 149. Was that the Roger? I did get that. I got the 153 to 213.
Yeah,
reverse sweep. I told you it was 1 though. I think Fiends get 1
from the corrosion,
or reverse sweep. This NACT's actually been really good.
Building like he's playing Claude back in.
Yeah, I got that one. Meow.
Like this man.
I'm trying to see if I can get any more.
Almost 9k gold lead as A77 look to set up this Lord march down the
I'm not. That's why I have a button that I can like that I can capture clips. Like I'm not good at fucking instantly making clips.
Of pressure that's going to come at the top lanes here. So the team has to answer this Lord, which means you're going to have a good amount of from the you can see already.
Oh snap! That's the public viewer support on the stream.
Side of Fiends, they only send the Joy up there. They're willing to give up, you know, some of their outer towers because, quite frankly, the gold lead is just a little bit too much.
Ours is 73 to 27.
Coming online, he doesn't care. Oh, Tarzan taking a heap
of damage. Oh, Tarzan got caught. Jules. Uh-oh. That was a good stun. That was a good stun. Good stun.
Which is gonna go ahead and make him create some distance there.
This kind of reminds me of the style that like Basic and Shark used to run, right? They would run this 2-man unit, catch the teams off on the backside. Even with a 10k deficit, they're able to get not only 1 but 2 shutdowns, 1 on Tarzan, 1 on Yurishi, and you know the side of Fiends now they have the confidence to be able to kind of walk back into the game here, and that's quite huge, especially since you know they're able to take the victory in game 1. Now this time it's slowly looking like they're able to negate the snowball and try to find a path of righteousness here.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this. There has to be an answer for Kahari because it doesn't matter how behind he is. There's going to be a certain point where you're going to start dealing with his confidence. You're not going to be able to find just.
Samir over here is like, let's go, Fiends.
You're going to be able to get that kill.
Yo, this is crazy, chat. Crazy. Everybody make sure to like the stream, chat. There's 250 of you. Got 47 likes. Let's get to 100.
You know,
let's get to 150.